So I'm going to smoke my fake cigar while I do this video. Okay, so I went to therapy today, and I want to start off with, I went and I was supposed to get my vaccine today for hepatitis B, but this lady kept me there for long. I was like, okay, I can only be there until 1:50, and then I have to go. And she was like, okay. She kept me there for like an hour or like 2 hours, like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck, so I couldn't go get my vaccine. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. That sucks. I mean, whoops. She kept me in there. I told her, like, I have to go get a vaccine today. So I was like, what time is it? It's like, okay, I told you exactly the time. Like, what the fuck? And I didn't have a watch. I don't have a watch. I don't know how to check the time. There's no clock around there in that room, in that office, so I couldn't check the clock. I expected her to tell me it's 1:50. Because I told her, like, how am I supposed to know if I don't have a watch? Like, if I had not, I would have checked that all the time if I had one. But that's not the point. So, so, I'm lost. Okay. So I went, she asked a lot of questions. She was like, blah, 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 blah. She was asking me about, she's looking at my file, and I guess some of it wasn't incomplete. Like, they asked questions where some wasn't incomplete. Well, some of the files were not complete. So, she completed it. She was like, oh, okay. And then, I don't know, like, it was whatever. She was like, she was asking me about, like, were you hospitalized? Blah, blah, blah. When were you hospitalized? Like, what's one of your goals? And blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, I was not hospitalized. Because I wasn't hospitalized. And she was like, she was telling me a lot of things. She was like, there's certain stuff that can be confidential. She's like, did they tell you about the confidential stuff? I'm like, no, I thought everything was confidential. She's like, well, yeah, but there's certain stuff that I can't keep confident, that's not confidential. She's like, I'm like, and like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like, you're asking me questions and I'm telling you and I'm being honest. Like, I don't know, like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm not, I don't know how to explain it, but this bitch was like, it needs, some stuff is not confidential. I'm like, and then she explained it. And she was just like asking me a lot of questions. And since this bitch was like, okay, so she's the first one, since she's like Hispanic, she was like, oh, I see that you're written here as Hispanic. I'm like, yep. So she's like, so what are you? And I tell her like, what I am, like my race, my group, the group I belong to. And she seemed dumb. She seemed like she didn't know what it was. She was like, I told her what I was, and she was stupid. Like, she didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, okay. And then I told her, she didn't know what it was, so I told her, okay, it's basically Native American. Like, hello. And she asked me what my mom was. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, my mom's family's ancestry is fucked up. Like, they didn't preserve their ancestry. Unlike my father, side of the family. And then, yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm just gonna talk about, like, the ending. So, we're talking, and then I was telling her stuff, and then she was like, she was telling me what excites me. I don't know, I was talking to her and at the end she was like, well, something that excites you, well, she was like, whether it's good or bad, like doing illegal stuff excites you, or excites you, yeah, something like it's good or bad, like she was like giving me a motivation speech or whatever, like good or bad, that's something that excites you, doing illegal stuff, because I do a lot of illegal stuff. And she was like, that's something that excites you, that thrills you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I told her that I masturbate in public and stuff, like in playgrounds, the metro. And she was like, well, you're not gonna masturbate here, right? I'm like, well, I masturbate in the bathroom, but not here. Like, I'm not gonna masturbate here. So, and I don't know. It was whatever. And then, like, she gave me another appointment. And she was like, oh, well, for the next appointment, it's gonna be 2 hours. Like, are you fucking serious? 2 hours? What the fuck? Like, 2 fucking hours? Like, I don't wanna be there for 2 hours. Okay, that's it. This video got too long.